Let's look at alcoholic beverages. This particular part is going to talk about wine. With wine, we are talking about Vitis species. Vitis species we call grape. Most wines are made out of grape. It doesn't mean that you only can use grape to make wine. Grape is the normal fruit. When you're looking at grape, the buds that we get that produce the wine come from shoots that produced those buds the previous year. This is why when you look at grape, you often see the pictures of them going out and pruning. They are pruning to make sure that you're getting a predominance from the previous year. When they prune canes. Canes will have between 8 and 15 buds. If you have spurs will have between 2 and 3 buds. Wild grape is, for the most part, dioecious, which means you have male plants and female plants. Cultivated grape tends to have perfect flowers. You've got both male and female organs in the same flower. We look at tendrils. Tendrils are leaf opposed. This means you can see how you have a leaf, and directly opposed from the leaf you have a tendril. The leaves on this tend to alternate. They go one side, other side, one side, other side. You will get the tendrils. Tendrils help them hold on, and inflorescences are also leaf opposed. You have these inflorescences that come out in bunches, or they can come out in single ones. The flowers are going to be leaf opposed. You're going to have this on the other side. When you have an inflorescence, you don't have a tendril. And you can see the little tiny flowers. These little tiny flowers tend to be perfect. You've got a very small amount of petal, and the petal tends to fall off, and then you will get your development of your grape. The fruit, we are talking about a berry. The berries seem to be clustered. This would be more of a bunch. Inside of these clusters, are the berries really held together very tightly, or are they loosely organized? Over here, you can see that this infrutescence is opposed to a leaf. You've got a leaf on the other side of the cane where the fruit comes out. Over here, same thing. This is a different variety. This is a grape that is being used for wine. In this, you get the same sort of formation. It is opposed to a leaf. Over here, you can see the opposition to leaf. This is a infrutescence. This is more of a muscadine sort. You can see the individual fruits. What you see is, rather than having the little ones clustered together, they tend to be more individual. This is a mature muscadine. When we look at Vitis, we use Vitis in order to be able to produce wines. We grow them in vineyards. The vineyards tend to be very well kept. They need to be kept up to make sure that things produce proper amounts of grape. This was a vineyard down in South America. What you see on top of them are bird screens. The bird screens are to keep the birds from coming in and seeing the grapes and doing damage. It doesn't mean they don't get in. It just means that they are a little bit moderated in what they do. Well, let's look at the actual wine production. And this was that vineyard in Brazil. The material is produced, the material is brought in, it is crushed, it is strained, processed, juice is extracted from it in several different ways depending on the type of wine you're trying to produce. The sugar in the juice serves as the carbohydrate for fermentation. Material is put in casks to ferment, age, and get the proper mellowing between the materials that are present in the barrel itself. This aging can go on for years to get the flavors of the wine correctly. Once the flavors are correct, then it is bottled. There are several different types of wine, depending on the type of grape, depending on the process that you use. Vermouth is one that they take what is normally considered to be a slightly inferior wine. They add spices to it. They let it steep with the spices. Then they filter off the spice material, but you still have the flavorings on the inside. It makes it very aromatic. Something like a sherry is often a blend of wines together. They may not be the greatest wine in the beginning, but they turn out as a rather nice dessert wine that is a little bit more sweet. There are a lot of different types of wines. I'm not going to go in the major different types, but the whole concept of winemaking has been around for 10,000 years. They've been perfecting it, they've been modifying it, they've been changing things around. You can see on the sherry, it's about 17% alcoholic, whereas on the regular wine, it is a much lower concentration.